Hey guys, Dave here at Transfer Express, and today we are talking all about heat printing with custom transfers on TriBlend apparel. We're going to start by explaining what TriBlend garments are and why they can be tricky to print on. Then we'll be covering the right transfer to select that feels great on the comfortable, lightweight feel of a TriBlend, and we'll even cover some accessories for your heat press that make printing these blends just a little bit easier. So are you ready? Let's learn something today. If you're new to the channel, Transfer Express is the leading supplier of digital and screen printed heat transfers for the apparel printing industry. With 2 production facilities in Ohio and Arizona, we're able to meet the demand for our customers nationwide. We are dedicated to customer service, and helping grow custom apparel businesses is our #1 priority. Everything we do is focused on making sure we send high quality, fashionable, custom transfers on time and on a budget. The first question we're going to talk about today is, what is a TriBlend garment? So a TriBlend is a fabric made of 3 different materials. Typically this is cotton, polyester, and rayon. Now you're probably already familiar with the first 2, but rayon is a far less common material. A rayon was originally created as a substitute for silk, giving it a luxurious, smooth feel. It's made from cellulose fibers and is also hygroscopic, which makes it great for moisture-wicking sportswear. Rayon itself is not suitable for making great t-shirts because it's light, thin, and draped, but combined with cotton and polyester, the trifecta come together to a super soft, lightweight, and stretchy garment. Now that we know what it is, why are they tricky to print? So #1, it's the heat sensitivity. Just like polyester garments, TriBlends will burn or melt at high temperatures. This usually makes the fabric a little shiny or very obviously discolored in the shape of the heat press or platen that you are decorating. In the apparel decorating industry, this is known as scorching, and you're probably familiar with it. Most of the time, it's way more noticeable on darker colored or black shirts than it is on the lighter colored. When you're printing on anything TriBlend, you should not be using transfers that require an application temperature over 340 degrees. Otherwise, your apparel has a greater chance of scorching. This is why for TriBlend garments, we recommend using the low temperature application for goof-proof transfers or our full color digital ultra color soft transfers. And these are ideal for TriBlend garments because they apply at a lower temperature, and the goof-proof is perfect for your 1 to 2 color designs. Anything 3 or more, you want to go with ultra color to help protect your profit margins. They could get expensive with the spot color printing when you start putting that color count high, and the ultra color is limitless. And you could design and order these prints the same way you can for all of our transfers by going to EasyView Online Designer at transferexpress.com or using the upload artwork section. The other thing that makes TriBlends tricky is that the fabric is super stretchy. So this could cause your prints to pucker or distort if the garment is stretched when the print's applied over the grippy foam on the lower platens. This is why we recommend using one of the quick slip pad protectors for your Hotronix press, and this is going to allow the garment to remain flush when being pressed and not get pulled or skewed on the pad on that lower platen. So the bottom line is that yes, TriBlend does require you to take more precautions to get your prints right compared to cotton and polyester, but when using the proper products and procedures, the results on TriBlends could be fantastic and give you that premium product to make your t-shirt business a cut above the rest. So to conclude this video, we are going to press on some TriBlend garments to show you how perfect our goof-proof transfers look and the quick slip pad protector works with the TriBlend garments. Then, just to show you how tricky it can be, we're going to press the TriBlends with the wrong method, wrong products, wrong temperatures, and show you just how wrong it could go. We have our shirts here, and these are the Bella Canvas TriBlends. They are 50% polyester, 25% rayon, and 25% cotton. So not only do they have a high polyester content, but they also have that high rayon content, with only 25% of it being cotton that could take that high temperature. So let's head on back to the press, and I'll show you the right way on how we could print these bad boys. We're back here with our TriBlend shirt at our Hotronix 16x20 auto open clamshell. And we have it coupled today with our HP tag-along platen from Hotronix. Before we do align it, let's test this to make sure that it's not going to scorch. One thing about this tag-along platen is that you have several irregular shapes that you could test on to see if something's going to scorch. So we're just going to go ahead and put a little square here at the bottom of the garment and use this spot that's reserved for tag printing to test to make sure that we're not going to scorch the garment. We are at 330 degrees, which is right in that range of 325 to 335 low application temperature for the goof proof. And at that low application temperature for the goof proof, we do not have any visible scorching on the garment. Just like we mentioned in our polyester printing video, you could start lower if you've never actually printed on the garment before. And that's something that we recommend not just for TriBlends, but any blended garments that you have not used before, or even polyester. Don't go through running a whole bunch of shirts or ruining a full front when you could use, say, the lower application temperature for goof proof and be able to get away without scorching or ruining garments. So the next step, we're just going to go ahead and thread this directly onto our lower platen here, and that is just why I absolutely love the HP tag-along platen, because when you're doing a large run of shirts, just being able to throw it right on, know that the shoulders are aligned properly and you're centered on the shirt, makes running those jobs so much easier. We'll just take this down, pre-press it for about 3 to 5 seconds, removing any moisture and wrinkles and giving us a good printing surface. The hygroscopic properties that I mentioned in the rayon actually is holding moisture. So that's why pre-pressing on any TriBlend garments is super, super important to help release some of that moisture in the fibers with the heat from the heat press. Now that we're all pre-pressed, we'll go ahead and take our artwork here for this balloon festival and lay it down right here onto our garment. Now we're going to use the low temperature application instructions that are included on your goof proof sheet. You'll see that it's listed as 100% polyester garments, but because we have such a high polyester content and the heat sensitive rayon in this TriBlend, we'll use that to reduce any scorching onto the shirt that we're going to show you in just a little bit. We'll go ahead and press for 12 seconds. Goof proof is a hot peel, so even at this lower application temperature, as soon as the press opens, we'll peel the carrier sheet away immediately. Right here at the corner. And there it is. And we'll remove this one off the press to ensure that we don't have any weird stretching or puckering, and we don't. It looks absolutely fantastic on this TriBlend shirt. One thing about the goof proof too is it is a very light feel. Our new and improved ink formula makes these prints super comfortable to wear on these lightweight, stretchy, and fashionable garments. So just to show you how important the quick slip pad protector is, we'll go ahead and remove it from our Hotronix auto clam here. You'll see that not only does it make threading the garment on and off a little bit more difficult with the quick slip pad protector removed, but you'll see it also grips the garment and could distort the fibers in that stretchiness on the TriBlend when you are printing. We'll go ahead and grab our TriBlend garment right here and thread it right onto this heat press. So you could see that already where you kind of twist it, it's holding it and not letting it release back to its shape, which could be troublesome. Now that we have the transfer placed exactly where we think it should be, I'll show you just how distorted it could be when we take it off the platen without using that quick slip pad protector. Goof proof at this temperature, of course, is still a hot peel, so we'll peel it as soon as we open the press. There we go, the print looks great, and let's pull it off of the platen. So here you can see with this one, there's just a little bit of puckering on that graphic because of the way it kind of held its stretch over the platen, and then when everything collapses back on down on the print doesn't stretch nearly as much as this high stretch fabric does with those synthetic fibers. So this is something that you want to avoid. Now, of course, this is the worst case scenario of what you can do. And if you're just laying over your platen and not threading on, you could get better results without using the quick slip pad protector, but just be cautious of the stretch of the garment on any platen when you're printing it. So now we have our press set at the typical temperature that you would see a regular goof-proof print applied at, in that 365, 370 range. So we'll go ahead and load our shirt back onto the platen here, and I'll show you just how this material handles the higher temperature. This is only with a 4-second press too. So I could already see a little bit of slight sheen in the top here, and it'll be very evident usually right down there at the bottom that you could really see there's a difference in the color of the garment and a little bit of the sheen when you hold it up to the light. Now that's not what you want to be doing on these premium garments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here at Transfer Express, we are always dedicated to helping you and your t-shirt business with tips, tricks, education, and of course some product inspiration. If you have your own TriBlend printing tips, we'd love to hear them below in the comments section. As always, make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with all of our content. We're dropping videos like this one every single week. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing.